Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to explain our end-to-end Splunk monitoring project for NovaTech Industries. Okay. First of all, understand the project overview. In this project, you are a part of the NovaTech Industries. This NovaTech Industries as one of the large smart manufacturing company. Your mission is to build Splunk as their unified monitoring platform. In this NovaTech Industries, as have the Windows and Linux servers, both on-prem and AWS. Their firewall and security devices send the data as a central syslog server. Okay, and they using a ServiceNow for IT operations. Your job is deploy the distributed Splunk environment for and onboarding all these data sources. So the Novatech gains full visibility across servers, cloud, applications, and security. This is the goal to complete in this project. For here, we will be planned a distributed environment for this project. Okay. Here, in this architecture, we will be connect using the different type of components in this Splunk, like search head, indexer, intermediate heavy forwarder, and universal forwarder. Based on in this universal forwarder installed into the data sources like Windows, Linux, and Syslog, and the intermediate forwarder we will be send the AWS and ServiceNow data through the into directly the intermediate heavy forwarder. Okay. In this intermediate heavy forwarder, send the raw data, the both all data to indexer. In this data is called the raw data. Okay. In this indexer can be process and store manage the data and convert the searchable data. Okay. In this search here, using in this indexer presented the raw data to be using the search functionality and give the search result. Okay. Okay. Let's start our explanation about in this architecture implementation. Okay. Here first we will be see about the prerequisites. Prerequisite is the before start the any implementation, we need to build the we need to write the list of requirements. What will be required for in this task in this work. Okay, like here in this project we need the universal forwarder, heavy forwarder, searcher, and indexer, and Windows ADDNS, Linux, and Syslog. In these are mandatory component to do the Splunk distributed. Okay. Here in this project, we need to configure the and we need to install the Windows in use our existing AWS in our laptop. Okay. Okay. Then start move the next part. First of all, how to create the EC2 instance in AWS. Okay. Based on in this documentation, I will be exactly follow the same step. I will be create the my instances like indexer, heavy forwarder, search, syslog server. In this document is I will be follow the into steps. I will be created the all instances. Okay. Basically, simply I say in this instance creations processing, like we need to define the which OS, which operating system, and which type of instance we will be use, like which template, like hardware resources, virtual CPU or RAM, and something like that, and how many type of storage we will be allocating this each instance. Okay. Okay. And the firewall and security groups we will be enabled. Okay. In these the basic details we will be configured initially. Then we will be create the instance. Okay. Similarly, we will be create the each of the instance as one by one, like indexer, search head, and the heavy forwarder, Syslog servers. Okay. Okay. How to install the Splunk in EC2 instance? Exactly same in this process, like pre-installation check. What is in this pre-installation check? In pre-installation check will be required for the in environment verification for this Splunk installation, because In this validation check is mandatory for the enterprise state configuration. Basically, in this pre-installation check, before installing the Splunk into the instance, we will be check the basic details into this environment. Okay, like the we will be basic packages are installed, or which operating system, how many instances are, how many GB RAM is available, okay, and the THCP is disabled or not. Then what is THP? THP means to be when we will be disable the THP, then the Splunk will be run the 100% hardware utilization in this operating system. Okay, and basically in this type of prerequisite for like the pre-installation check section and the installation check steps. In this installation step, we need to install the Splunk directly. Okay, in this installation step is simple, like that. We will be move the root user and download the Splunk from the Splunk.com official website. Okay, and install in this application to directly in this our Linux machine. Okay, in this installation will be completed. Then after login and start the server, then we will be configure the default username and password are initially first time. Okay. In this installation will be completed. Then the web UI will be presented. Open the we will be accessible. In this installation will be completed. The web UI will be accessible for public. Okay. In this web UI, publicly accessible via port 8000. Okay. When the security groups, the port 8000 will be open in the inbound traffic. Then this application can be accessible for public users. Okay. The post installation check. The after installation completed in Splunk, the after finally we will be check the installation will be completed successfully or not. Like we will be enable the services. Okay, like the startup services will be enabled or not, because the instances when how many times they restarted, then we not needed to start manually via the terminal // Splunk space start. In this command we need to start the Splunk manually. Okay, to be start automatically via the startup when the instance will be booting time. When our start instance will be online, then automatically the Splunk will be also starting running. Okay, after the few seconds, the Splunk will be accessible to the public port. Okay. Basically, in the Splunk installation in our AWS instance is the first step to be completed. The next step is Splunk Universal Forwarder installation. What is the Splunk forwarder installation? This both Splunk installation and Splunk forwarder installation same or not? No. This Splunk Universal Forwarder installation is different packages from the Splunk, because the Splunk installation will be completed and in this Splunk do the all operation like in searching and indexing and the parsing activities. But the universal forwarder then only do the data, collect the raw data and send to the destination instance, like heavy forwarder and or some rare cases the indexer. Okay. In this Splunk Universal Forwarder installation is also the same as like the Splunk installation steps. Okay, if we directly install the Splunk Universal Forwarder into our Windows machine, like download the official website like Splunk.com to be download the image. Okay, and then we will be start the run the installation media file. Then click next. Then we will be configure the deployment server IP port, and else we will be must configure the receiving port like it. Okay, in this will be destination. If collected the raw data from where we in this universal forwarder to send. Okay. In this purpose, we will be mentioned here. In this is the indexer, intermediate heavy forwarder. In this intermediate heavy forwarder, you need to send the raw data. Okay. So in this way, universal forwarder installation will be completed. Then finally, automatically send the raw data from host machine to intermediate heavy forwarder. Okay. Then the next step will be Splunk architecture basic. In this step will be conceptual part. I will be explaining this three. Okay, keep simply. Okay, here why do you have the three different separate components like structured indexer forward. Basically, in this structured indexer forward is the uh, part of the one Splunk application. Okay, because but why we will be separating these three? Because the standalone server have the all three into one Splunk instance, Splunk application. So here we will be plan the distributed environment because the key difference will be standalone and different distributed environment. We will be distribute the workload. Okay, and the such head and indexer and forwarder. In these will be the different type of configuration. The forwarder do the parsing and collect and forward the data from data source to indexer. Okay, the indexer do the parsing and or index the data as converted searchable format to store and manage it. And search get do the search query to search from the indexed data. Okay, to be get the search result to display the UI. Okay, in this part, in this here, we will be see the three different functionality. But in this one or two instances, we not handle the both search get or indexer or forwarder. In this will be not satisfying the hardware resources or not easily manage and maintainability. So we need to separate in these three. So we will be maintain the search get and indexer and forwarder with the deep customization as specific. Okay, the phases of Splunk data pipeline. In this data pipeline, will is simple. From the data sources, we will be collect the raw data into the forwarder. The forwarder collect the all data sources there, including the add-ons via add-ons. Okay, in all data sources to collect and directly forwarded to indexer. This Splunk data pipeline will be the data flow of the Splunk. Okay. Yeah, first step, the data collection. In this raw data to be collected the user's machine. We are using universal forwarder or add-ons. Okay. In this raw data to be sent the intermediate heavy forwarder. In this intermediate heavy forwarder, do parsing, filtering, and data masking in these activities. When after in this process to be sent the indexer. Okay. In this indexer, we will be index and store the searchable format. Okay, in this indexed data to be maintained indexer only. Okay, in this next search get when user will be request the any search query to be sent this query to the indexer. In this indexer to be collect and search activity, then return the search result to search get. Then based on in this search result in to display the dashboard. Okay, UI. Okay, where to deploy app or add-ons. Okay, if this app or add-ons is specific configuration in this search get also some configuration and indexer also have some configuration. Forwarder has also had some configuration. Okay, because the app or add-on will be the set of configuration contains in each app. Okay, in the each app contains the in this basically three type of configuration like related configuration, index related configuration, or forward related configuration. So here the app or add-ons we will be common in both all instances. In this here the how to choose the forwarder of the particular scenario. Okay, in this question is fine. So based on the client requirement, we will be choose the forwarder. Like the client doesn't interested to share the data without installing any softwares, any applications, any agents. Like then we will be do the agentless methods like HEC and APIs means something else. Okay. Then if a user can be accepted in to install the software, then we will be onboarded the data based on the forwarder. Okay. In this scenario, we will be must ask the question to the client. What is that means? The application can be masked and filter the sensitive information into our device or laptop or desktop or something our internal servers. Okay. In this question, the client say the sensitive data will be masked into our machine for the my security reasons. Then we need to install the intermediate heavy forward directly into the machine. Okay. If not necessary to encrypt or mask the data into our local machine, or we need the performance to be for the daily usage of in these instances or servers or laptops, then we need to go the universal forwarder, because the universal forwarder only forwards the data to data source or internal logs to the intermediate heavy forwarder. Okay. The allows the user needs to encrypt all data into that machine. Then we will be install the intermediate heavy forwarder, because the intermediate heavy forwarder mask the data and parsing and the filter. Okay. In this scenario, in this purpose, we will be configure the intermediate heavy forwarder into the client machine. Okay. In this intermediate heavy forwarder has the required much of hardware resources. So sometimes the client machine will be slow down. Okay. Next, connecting the Splunk components. Okay. How to connect the search code with indexer? Okay. Okay. How to connect the search code with indexer? Okay. Here the indexer we will be first create the user. Okay. In this based on in this user we access the search code to search the query to retrieve the search result. Okay. Into the indexer we will be add the create the new user, like the for the agent name, like whatever name you will be pick the please choose that. In this user we will be give the access role based access or something users details. Okay. And the security password into the search here to be add the in this indexer what the user details will be placed. Okay. Mentioned to be when creating that user. In that credential we will be must add the search here exactly same. If any wrong information will be saved with that user details and the password, then we will be not connected the both instance. Then that result we will be not able to access the data flow. Okay. Then how to connect the heavy forwarder or to indexer? In this intermediate heavy forwarder, we will be configure the destination port. Okay. With the indexer's IP. Okay. Because the intermediate heavy forwarder not blindly send the port name and blindly send the IP without port name. Okay. Here we will be must mention the IP and the port number. Sorry. So we will be correctly map the indexer. Then to be sent the raw data. In this indexer, we will must enable the receiving port. Which port I need to receive the raw data. Okay. Then for basically we will be enable the 997 port. Okay. Okay. In this intermediate heavy forwarder to be send the raw data into the indexer port 997 with their IP. Okay. Okay. the basic connection will be completed successfully. Then next we will be start the onboarding data. Okay. How to onboard the data from Windows. Okay. In this step, we will be must require the Windows machine. In the here today here I will be use my local machine to onboard the data. Okay. The how to onboard here our Windows machine can be onboarded the our local data as logs and the security details and network details. Network I mean network logs. In these all logs will be when the installation process we will be choose the where how many data sources we will be permission to share the logs to intermediary forward. Okay, into the our Splunk environment. Okay, in that logs we will be share the intermediate heavy forwarders uh, IP and the ports. The Windows have universal forwarder to know, must to know the heavy forwarder's address because the heavy forward universal forwarder doesn't know where the heavy forwarder presents. So in this scenario, we will be must to add the heavy forwarder's IP and the port. Okay. Similarly, like the Linux data onboarding. Okay. In this Linux data onboarding, we will be follow the Splunk universal forwarder installation step to install already installed the universal forwarder. Then we need to configure the which data so which logs to be onboard the data to our Splunk environment and which intermediate heavy forwarder to be share this our log collector logs. Okay, so we need to mention the two details into the, which logs we need to onboard and where the intermediate heavy forwarder where to send the logs. Okay, for example, here I will be onboarded the data where log messages log and the destination IP and the port only. Okay. In this other logs will also presented today in this instance configuration. I will be onboarded the log messages. Okay. Okay. They how to onboard the data from ServiceNow. In this ServiceNow, I will be not the instance mandatory. Simply say instant not required in this ServiceNow configuration. In this will be the platform like the ServiceNow.com. Okay. Okay. ServiceNow.com. In this ServiceNow.com, we will be configure the credential. Okay. To the our intermediate heavy forwarders plugin. Okay. In the plugin name is onboard the data from Syslog. Here in this Syslog, we need to access the instance. In this instance, we will be collect the instance response, like the instance will be registered or not in their current status and the activity. Based on in this, the details to be share the intermediate heavy forwarder via plugins. Okay, here how to onboard the data from Syslog. Syslog is the same like Windows and Linux, and here we not need the indexer intermediate. In this Syslog, we not need the initial forwarder installation because Syslog is the software. In this software, directly onboard the data like security devices logs to the our Splunk environment. Okay, here also we need to mention the intermediate heavy forwarders IP and port. Okay, in this Syslog, we need to mention the which logs will be collected to forward to the intermediate heavy forwarder. Okay. After this slot, we will be next to move on the how to onboard data from AWS. In this AWS, we need to simply onboard the billing data. Okay. In this data onboarding, we will be completed via using the add-on into the intermediate heavy forwarder. Okay. Here, the onboard the data from AWS. You will be onboard the data to intermediate heavy forwarder through the plugins. Okay. Then next we will move on the practical implementation. Like I will be onboarded the data and configuration to be show the UI. Okay. Here in this instance called indexer. Okay, such good. This is will be forward. Okay. Here we will be try the our indexers. That's good. And sorry, here we will be see the live data onboarding from the search guide. Okay, open the search and report. Okay, here search index is equal to main. Then we will be receive the task like click host. We will be see the all data sources. Will be mentioned. Okay, this is the Windows, Linux. This is the AWS. This is the Syslog server, and this is the ServiceNow. Okay, based on in this data will be onboarded, and okay, Mm, then we will be check the heavy forwarder itself also. The Splunk add-on for Windows, Splunk add-on for ServiceNow will be configured. Okay. See, this is the learning purpose. Yeah, the three. Okay, the configuration check will be configured the database account. Okay, these are the credential in key ID secret. Okay, then here the ServiceNow also will be configured. Okay, will domain, username, password, and other configurations. Okay, in this will be our extension. Okay. Similarly, the data on be onboarded via universal for in the Linux and Windows. Okay. These are the data sources. Okay. Linux log messages. And this is the AWS log. Naming AWS Windows. This is the Windows. This is the AWS on. Okay. Mm, Okay. Okay. When we will be click the window, see the Windows log, filter the host name is equal to Windows. Okay. In this time, now we will be see the Windows what data will be onboarded from Windows. In this source type we will be onboarded. Receive the raw data. So, okay. Then simply reset this. Okay. Then host is equal to click this data this host name because this host name will be not assigned in this decide on starter means the default name. If any host name will be not mentioned or not presented, then this Splunk automatically assign in this dollar the decide on starter. Okay, in this section, the AWS data will be onboarded. Here you see the AWS S3 bucket data. Okay, in this data will be on. Here the Linux logs when click the automatically update the search query is host is equal to Linux. Then if you see this the Linux log will be received from the random messages. Okay, source type Linux log. Okay, simple. Okay. Similarly, like the service and Syslog in the service now see the endpoint source, the parent. Okay, the source step will be the in this service. So okay, these are the collected logs. Now we will test the line logs. Okay. First of all, we see the count. How many logs will be received for now? One, two, three. Three logs only we received. And here we will be add the new incident. Sorry, new incident. And like this will be keep it. This color keep it as default. A short description for testing. Okay. Urgent priority status in progress. Okay. Then submit. Okay. Here this created. Just a minute. Here you see right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If we see the 6, not 6 logs. Only three logs we will be seeing the additional 3 logs we will be now onboarded the live data. Okay. Live data we will be received into the okay. So next on the forwarding and receiving. Here we will be configure the receiving. This is the search kit, right? So search will not be the only configure. This is okay. Required for distributed set. Okay, select the search peers. Okay, here you see that indexer will be configured here, right? Similarly, go to the indexer and go to settings, forwarder and receiving. Okay, the indexer, right? Forwarding, configure forwarding. Okay, configure receiving. In this indexer, have able to configure the receiving port. Domains will be available here. Okay, for the default port is okay. Users, yes, into the index we will be into the settings into the users. Okay, here you see the user. Okay, Splunk service user and IT user both here. Okay, here in this here we will be configured the index based based on this user credentials. Okay, now the heavy forwarder. Heavy forwarder you see that configuration. Okay, to connect the index into the settings forwarder and receiving. Okay, into the forwarder and receiving we will be see the configure forward. Here we will be mention the indexes IP and the port. Okay, based on in these details, the index send the raw data to the indexer. Okay, okay, think that's all. This our configurations. Okay, okay. Here in this architecture, I will be facing the some issues. I will be mistaken configurations like port number and IP address. IP address will be mistaken configure the public IP and private IP. Confused in this two IPs. And some finally I will be tested. The triple nine seven port I will be mentioned the double nine seven. Okay, and I will be places there some empty spaces and new lines that will be not required for here. So in these reasons, the data will be not onboarded properly. Okay. In this issues, I will be facing one by one. Okay. After finally, I will be finished in these issues and troubleshooting and completed the onboarding data. Then finally, we will be received the live data to the search field. Okay. In this project, I will be understand the basic and understanding of the Splunk application. How will be separated the indexes, search field, and interpretation forward and onboarding data like that. In this basic information, I will be learning in this application. Okay. Based on this project, I will be understand the requirement and how will be prepare the information of collect the data to Splunk architecture environment. Okay, and this is that's all in this video. Thank you for thank you.